So the news came out that they're doing the 40th anniversary edition of SNK games, and they're going to make a console. That's what they say. I don't know if it's a mini. We don't really know, right?
Yeah. I mean, if I had to guess by the teaser trailer that they're showing, it looks like a miniature arcade cabinet. So I think it's a miniaturized. I mean, just the scale of it. I don't know if you saw that, but it was a very vertical standing device that they threw an SNK branded towel or cloth over.
Oh, okay.
So to me, it almost looks like a miniature tabletop arcade cab. But who knows, right? I mean, it's all speculation at this point. I'm very excited for it. And then also, didn't they kind of alongside this or just prior to this announce there's going to be an SNK collection for the Switch?
Yeah,
So
I did
that
hear that too.
on its own is amazing.
It's
But
probably the same thing, right? Like if
right.
it's an arcade thing, it's got to be a plug and play too, right? It has to have video out.
What if it's not even a console at all and they're just going to make a dock that your Switch plugs into to turn it into a little arcade cabinet?
That would be pretty cool.
I could see that too.
Yeah. Huh. They did I thought they said console though, right? I thought that was the verbiage they used at least.
Yeah, they're basically touting it as like they're making their own Neo Geo classic, if you will, in the vein of Nintendo's classics. So that's probably where they're going. It's got to be better than the shit that Tomo put out, for sure.
At least better organized as far as like releases and stuff like that.
And lawsuits not happening, hopefully, if they're releasing their own games.
Yeah. I don't know. That could be cool. But if it has Neo Geo on the name, what does that mean? Do you think they're going to overcharge for it? Or is it going to be reasonable?
I mean, do you think $8 a pop for SNK games on the Switch is reasonable? Because I think that's a little high, to be honest. So I got to imagine there's going to be a fair amount of markup. It depends on the quality of this, too. Like, if they've kind of got a pedigree for being expensive, right? I mean, it's sort of Neo Geo's thing. I got to imagine it's not going to be as affordable as the classics were. As long as it's easier to find or pre-order, I'm okay with that, though.
Yeah. Plus, it would be nice if you could just plug your MVS carts right into it, too. That'd be really cool.
Would be sweet.
SNK, why don't you do that? That would be amazing.
Speaking of that, and I think I messaged you, too, this like recent rash of like dirt cheap consoleized MVSs coming for sale out of like PlayAsia and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there are now consoleized MVSs being sold for $200, which is kind of incredible.
It's funny when you say dirt cheap because that's not cheap.
That's what I paid for my piece of shit Neo Geo X, though. I could have had a consoleized fucking MVS. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I got really excited when I saw that. I was like, oh my God, it's so cheap. And then I've watched a few videos and people are like, so it works, but like it blew out this like recording device and I had to switch to this.
Oh.
And then I found out, because like one of the defining features of these new cheap MVSs is there's a version that lets you use Saturn controllers, which is obviously like a huge cost savings, but I guess that adds like another $80 to the price. So then you're at $300. So then at that point, like, is it really a good deal? I don't think so.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy after this many years, like there still is not a baseline cheap way to play those games. Well, I mean, other than that Switch collection, I guess that could be a potential way to.
You know, it's funny because like it's not out of the realm of possibility or profitability at this point with the collecting scene for Neo Geo to just say, we are going to manufacture 500 MVS units every year and we will re-release games, to some extent, or even just sell them to you through like a digital distribution through a Wi-Fi enabled arcade cabinet. Because I think there would be no issue with them selling those out at a good markup.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. There'd be people all over that, I think.
Yeah. It's just funny that they haven't tried that, or that really nobody's trying that. But I mean, Neo Geo would be the ones to pull it off. Because you could totally set up a digital distribution service to just, the thing would run off of like some sort of like cheap Android circuitry in the back that would just log into their online store and keep, the rest of the hardware intact, and it would just load from a solid state drive. Neo Geo, if you're listening, it's a way better 40th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Announce that.
How about a new game other than King of Fighters? That would be pretty cool too.